Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. You have now entered the cosmic radio receptors of KCIW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. Thank you for tuning into this week's fantastic program. I'm Dr. GiGi, and my co-host is, again, as always, Jacques Kepner. How are you, Jacques?
Hey, Doctor. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show. Special thanks to sound engineer Tom Bozek, who's in there behind the scenes, making this happen, and Linda's out there in the front listening to this show. Thank you for that. You're hearing this live syndicated show on KCIW in Brookings, Oregon. That said, the same syndicated show will be rebroadcast on exactly 1 week from now, each and every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on KZZH in Eureka, and then a few hours later at 1 p.m. at my old alma mater, KFUG, in Crescent City, California. So now you know. We have your coasts covered. Okay, what medical marvels and good medicine and health notes does my German multilingual medical doctor and patent-holding scientist, university professor, have for us today on this week's segment of MDGG?
Well, thank you, Jacques.
You're welcome.
We are going to be talking about the placebo effect.
The placebo.
Can
you
placebo.
spell that?
I can. Can you? The placebo effect gives us information about the brain-body connection by showing how patients believe or expectations and the surrounding treatment context can trigger real physiological and psychological changes, leading end effectively to symptom improvement.
Wow. Dr. GiGi told me this morning that she had some very bad news. As she handed me a bottle and said, "You got to take 1 pill a day for the rest of your life." I looked at it and exclaimed, "Hey, this bottle only has 3 pills in it." "Yep," she said, "I told you, it's bad news." I think that's
right.
okay.
Yeah, that one is a good one.
That was a good breaker.
Okay, back to the placebo effect.
Yes,
the placebo effect highlights, so maybe you would be dying in 3 days after that. The placebo effect highlights how powerful the mind is in influencing health outcomes.
Absolutely.
3 days, involving neurobiological mechanisms like neurotransmitters, which are chemicals from one nerve cell to another. They get released and change the activity in the brain and can also reveal the impact of social factors, social conditioning, and the physician-patient relationship in a person's health and well-being.
That's a big one. If a doctor says you're well and gives you a pill and said this will make you better, they're going to believe it. And it shows, scientific shows that those things work.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know why I think medicine like Ozempic, doctor, is so good at helping you lose weight?
Wow, how?
Because it's so expensive, you drain your bank account, and then you can't afford to buy any food.
Well.
Because it's $2,500, right, I think, per shot? Somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
No, but I mean, it's expensive, right?
Okay, $2,300.
Back to placebo in more detail. Those were big words, so let's do smaller words. The placebo effect demonstrates that the mind can directly influence the body's physical state. This is called the brain-body connection. Expectation of improvement can activate specific brain regions and trigger the release of feel-good neurotransmitters like the endorphins we all heard of and dopamine, which then can lead to actual pain relief and or reduction in whatever symptoms we're talking about.
Well, it works. I mean, they scientifically show these things work. You know, I used to take multivitamins, Doc, but now I take them alphabetically.
I don't even get that.
I don't know why it has anything to do with the placebo effect, but we'll just keep going.
Okay, so it has shown that positive expectations about a treatment can generate a therapeutic benefit.
True.
Even if the treatment itself is inert.
What do you mean inert?
It doesn't work. There's nothing there, sugar pill. This, of course, highlights the powerful role of beliefs in shaping the perceptions of pain, mood, and overall health. It doesn't diminish the power in believing, it accentuates it.
I see. Well, I started out, smoking marijuana. That's led into drinking and then taking some pills. But when it came to cocaine, I had to draw the line on that one.
Understanding the underlying mechanisms of the placebo effect can help providers harness these benefits to improve patient care, of
Okay,
course,
stop right there. Can you lie to your patients? Can you say, hey, this pill is, give them a sugar pill and say, this pill is going to make you better. It's going to cure you. You can't do that, can you?
No, you cannot really do that. But I'll tell you an example of when placebo is used.
Okay.
And you see those little reels actually on Facebook or wherever that they give a little kid a straw through something that they think is juice, but then he's sipping up the medication, and so that's how he eats the medication or she. So that's the placebo.
Or feeding a dog a pill pushed into a piece of hamburger meat.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, sort of. Yeah. Okay.
That's a
So
bad one.
other examples, real examples of placebo include a sugar pill or saline injections. You get saline fluid injections instead of steroid or whatever. So these are inactive substances. So for example, if a medication is being tested, if it is a good antidepressant, they set up, obviously it's not a harmful medication, they set up trials. And so people who take the trial know that this might be a real one or a sugar pill.
Right.
That's how they tell them this could be a sugar pill, this could be real. So that one is supposed to kind of make the placebo effect go away. So that one is, and that's how they see if a medication is a good antidepressant or if it's a good pain medication. And that's how they have also seen how strong the placebo effect is. And in a double-blinded study, that's really how the real research is done. Not even the providers know what kind of medication they get. They do know it is not a medication that you can buy over the counter or even in the you can't have a prescription. It is something in trial. They know that.
You don't know which red or the blue pill. What did they take in the Matrix? Was it the red pill or
the blue pill? The green pill?
Red pill? Yeah.
I have one more thing.
Yeah, please do.
So there is the placebo, but also there's the nocebo.
That's right. I remember talking about this before.
Right.
The nocebo effect.
What is that about? The nocebo is no positive. So the placebo has the opposite. The placebo is the feel good. The nocebo is the feel bad. So a lot of people, I should say, look up adverse effects, and quite a few people think they have all and every adverse effect just because they read about it. So I try to stay away from the adverse effects. And if you do have the adverse effects, you're going to have them. You're going to say, hey, all of a sudden I have, diarrhea. Well, you're on metformin. Oh, okay, yeah, that is a very high likelihood that this is an adverse effect. But some people really get a headache or other
one of those ailments,
effects,
one of those 5,000 ailments they list
that
of
they
what might be a side effect.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for that dissertation on the placebo and nocebo effect. I know you recently gave me some sugar pills. I thought that was a sweet deal, Doc. Thank you very much. You are my daily pill of joy, my dear Dr. GiGi. Thank goodness I'm addicted to you. In fact, I'm not addicted. I'm just very committed. Okay. Thank you again, Doc. All right, good afternoon once again. There are many friends and neighbors along these lovely, forested, rocky, cherished coastal shores where we live. There's something profound about the way our coastline changes with each passing season, the way the morning fog rolls in and the direction the Pacific wind blows, or how, we've noticed this recently, how the setting sun catches the water and sparkles it.
Right.
Folks, whether you realize it or not, these are patterns that paint in the canvas of our lives. In many ways, this show, now close to 100 episodes and celebrating its second birthday, just over a year. Thank you very much. It has become
over 2 years. Okay,
like 2 years. It's become like our coastline. It's familiar and fun, but hopefully always discovering new depths, new reflections, and new stories waiting to be heard. So we're embarking on this show, an exciting evolution. Each week now, we'll be opening our doors a little bit wider, often by inviting multiple guests like we have today into this community hour that we share together. We're blessed that we have so many remarkable individuals walk amongst us, creating beauty and fostering community and, excelling in ways that might be lost if we didn't take the time to pause and let this light in the studio shine on them.
Yep.
Now, these friends might be, we've had them all here, right? We've had artisans, musicians, travelers, dreamers, teachers, writers, business folks, or really anyone who has had a positive impact on our society. There is no low bar. There is no high bar. There's just the bar of connectivity. And regardless of the pathways and their descriptions, Dr. GiGi and I are always seeking out these true characters. And I put that in parentheses, true characters who make our town and our region so vibrant and alive. These visitors, like today's in the studio and on the syndicated radio broadcast, tend to be the heartbeat of our community, and their stories deserve to be heard. From coastal NorCal up through southern Oregon, we're connected by more than geography. We're connected by the joy and levity that these unique and talented people bring to this place that we call home. So, come on, join us on this journey. Hop aboard the People Party train.
Party.
Yeah, there you go. And let's all commune in a festive and fun manner. Yahoo, right? So, as promised, on today's episode of the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show, we have two very interesting men that give us pause to tell their tales with objectivity and let the good times and deep emotional thoughts roll. Are you ready? Yeah, let's have some fun by first introducing a fairly new friend of ours and a very popular man around town, and his name is Ozy. O-Z-Y. He told me no two Z's. It's O-Z-Y,
Well,
right?
O-Z-Z was already taken. So, good to be here.
There you go. Right on. Ozy.
Part of the community.
Right on.
For sure.
You've been around town for the past, 4 years?
Yep.
And your presence is known all around as your connection with the Wild Rivers Film Festival, right? Yep, you got that. But
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got it, man, because you're a big part of that. Ozy does so much more and has some very interesting stories to tell, to say the very least. And so we're going to kickstart the show right now by talking to him. As we just announced, welcome, Ozy, to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show.
Oh, it's so good to be here. Hey, Curry County and the greater world, and
Tell North County.
whatever people or dogs or horses are listening to us blather on today on Wednesday.
All right,
Okay,
Gigi,
well,
lead off the
Ozy,
question, Gigi.
Where were you born and raised?
I grew up in the suburbs of Seattle, Snohomish, Washington.
Oh, Snohomish.
Yeah,
Okay.
right next
That's a
to right
city?
next to Everett.
Everett.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
So Homish.
Snohomish.
Oh, Snohomish. Okay.
Oh, it's so...
And then
So
when did you move
right
down here?
smack dab in between Boeing and Microsoft.
Whoa,
So
nice.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So why did you move away from Boeing and Microsoft?
I needed to change the scenery.
Okay.
The family wanted me to come help take care of the property here and support my mom.
So you have family here?
Yep.
Family here.
Yep. My mom's the only person. My only bio family here. Anyway.
And it's still in NorCal or Crescent City or Brookings or...
We live in Harbor.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right.
Very cool. And you have 5 acres, he said?
No.
Oh,
we
acreage?
live in a cul-de-sac. I'm sure my neighbors would love if we had 5 acres, so there was much more distance between my loud music and their ears.
Oh, my goodness.
That's not the case.
So we met you with the Wild Rivers Film Festival. Tell us a little bit about your work there with them.
Oh, it's so great. I got in on the first year. I met Sue Wright at one of the festivals down at the harbor. You know, we had a booth. Well, It wasn't we then. They had a booth, and they were looking for volunteers. And you know, over the course of
It's 3 years now, right?
over the course of a month or two, I kept showing my interest in being involved in the film festival.
Yeah.
And so I did. And our greater goal is we have a youth program here in town that we do at the end of July for children 12 to 18, showing them every aspect of making a film, whether it be a commercial, a short, or an entire feature-length thing.
Wow.
You know, real industry stuff, the way you would make any type of professional movie.
So this was new this year?
No, last year was our first youth program, and it was for 1 week. And this year we did 2 whole weeks with the kids.
Now, when you say kids who are coming from the high school...
Yeah, what do you do?
SWAC?
12 to 18. I'm not exactly sure how we've found these kids.
Are you always
Count
needing
you?
more kids? This is going to continue. This is a
We
tradition.
will definitely be doing it again next year. Some of the young people have it was their second year, and so they knew the ropes a little better and were able to be leaders for the newcomers. And eventually, we would really like to expand into having a week or two seminar for the children of all ages.
Right on.
Right now we just have a youth program, but in a few years we would like to also provide a workshop for a person of any age to come.
And it always happens, the WRFF.
Expand their passion or whatever.
Yeah.
The WRFF always happens in
Third week in August.
Third week in August. Yep, bingo.
And it goes for a week. Now, I know that Dan Springen has been on the show multiple times. He was the executive leader, right, of this, has been the past 3 years.
Correct. We during COVID, we made, I'm going to say I wasn't a part of it then, but during COVID, we made a Nutcracker film. Sue Wright and fellow people made a Nutcracker film, and the person who shot the movie entered it into a film festival in Orlando, and we won accolades the very first film festival we went to.
Wow.
And that's how Dan Springen got on board.
He saw that, and then his focus.
Or Sue went down there to Orlando and met Dan.
Wow.
And she had this vision about getting the film festival going here, and that's the origin story.
Wow.
Very
How
cool. So it's here to stay, huh? We're hoping.
Oh, yeah, definitely here to stay.
And you're here to stay with the Wild Rivers Film Festival as well, right?
Definitely. If I was to go visit some other place, I would still come back for the film festival. I'm very committed.
Is it growing? It has grown in the past 3 years, right? This year was fabulous.
We've been getting a little better each year. The first year was the same year as the wildfires, so the road to Grants Pass was closed down. We still have people show up.
Right.
So the first year was not very well attended because people that would have normally just been
hanging out after COVID, and now the fires, the raging fires come.
Yeah, we're getting it figured out. This year we had several people that came to visit us from New York. One of the films that was in our festival was made by a woman named Eve Attenberg. And she studied at Juilliard. And the film was about her interviewing the three women that were the lifeblood of Juilliard for like 50 years.
Wow.
It was a very, very inspirational thing to see.
What did you like about this year's festival? It made it truly remarkable for you. Any single thing or multiple things that happened that you really liked?
Definitely. I really liked seeing the young people really getting involved and promoting the thing as their event. The first day of the thing, I was being a leader for the kiddos and kind of figuring out how we were doing our stand in front of the Redwood Theater. But by the very next day, the young people were running the stand, and I was just checking back in with them every hour.
Right on. They're pretty sharp, these kids, right?
Yep.
They're pretty
super smart. Yeah. They've had the internet ever since they were born. So they're geniuses, and they're only 13.
You're back in next year for sure, right?
Oh, absolutely.
As a volunteer. Folks, WRFF is always looking for volunteers, people to help the show run and go on, and all these people are integral part of it.
Definitely.
The volunteers.
Thank you so much,
they need
Jacques.
donations.
Yeah, it's a year-long thing. We're a nonprofit. We're trying to make this thing roll in perpetuity.
Right on.
Yep.
All right. We're going to switch out of WRFF. And now let's hear some more unusual stories about you. We try to highlight unusual stories here, but people in our midst, and you have some very interesting stories. For instance, tell about your history of body piercings. Everybody knows you. You have the what do they call it in your ears?
Ear stud?
Yeah, I got gauges.
Gauges. Okay.
Ear gauges.
Yeah, it's one of your defining
plugs.
Plugs. Yeah. So we see you with that, but you're.
It's the only piercing I still wear. I used to have facial piercings, and
did you?
I never gave up on my ear ones.
Do they kind of close up after a while?
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get them bigger, you have to wear them all the time. And
right.
I take them out when I sleep because it's annoying, and
Yes.
and it actually messes with your alignment of your spine if you're. It'd be like laying on. It's like laying on a rock if you're
Interesting.
on your neck.
Okay, but what about when you were a younger man, you got into body piercings in a very serious way. You went to San Francisco, in fact, for a couple of weeks, 2 separate times, and did what in San Francisco? And what did you attend? What kind of classes did you attend?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's called. It's the oldest and most premier body piercing school on the West Coast. It's called Fakir Musafar Intensives.
Pure, like a yogi, one of those guys?
Yeah, that's what the word fakir means.
Fakir.
Or faker.
Okay.
And so it's named after a specific person who really he started the very first body piercing shop in on the entire West Coast.
Okay.
In the late 70s. And
Whoa.
it went from him having the very first shop into, in the 90s, they turned it into an actual school.
So the body piercings were not just to beautify; they had another purpose, didn't they?
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, it depends on your outlook. To some people, it's just a thing to adorn your face or whatever part of your body, but there's a spiritual aspect to it too.
And that was beginning, right? In like the first body piercings were to release chi or some.
Sure, all of the piercings all over the body are related to different chakras.
Yeah.
So you're either opening them up or
Right.
or putting a protection on them.
Right.
So like the septum piercing.
Acupuncture is similar to
Exactly.
Yeah.
Septum piercing, the middle of your nose has become very popular in the last like 10, 15 years with the young people. And the septum piercing is related to your crown chakra, the top of your head. So that's about like opening yourself up to spirituality and
But
the
why?
universe and crap.
Tell us about the chest piercings and attaching them to cords. And then,
When I went to San Francisco the second time for advanced training, the end of the week-long intensive, we did. If you wanted to be involved, everybody got their chest pierced, which is. Some people, you've heard of what of a suspension. I've never done an actual suspension, but I had my chest pierced, and me and some of the other people at the school,
Attendees, yeah.
we did what's called an energy pull. You pull against each other from these hooks in your chest.
So
they
girls
are
did that
hooks.
too?
They are big hooks that you put into your chest.
They use hollow needles to do the actual piercing, but then they insert actual hooks with a cord and a carabiner on.
Do actually people are suspended from these hooks, like from the ceiling?
So, that's the thing you can do with it. I haven't done that.
You
So
just
they go
lean
behind
back.
a muscle. How come you're not? How come they don't
It's
rip?
the skin. It's not.
And they don't rip through.
Man,
well,
just
I mean, that's what I would think.
envisioned like that.
if you did it long enough, it could
Oh,
potentially
see that. Okay.
potentially rip out.
So does it make you feel good, or is it an overcoming fear thing, or what is that for?
Well, there's a huge amount of endorphins involved
Oh, I
with
see.
doing something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And same with, you said, GiGi, about what these guys sit on nails, beds of nails.
Fakirs, yeah. I mean, they're sitting. Do you have nails? And they walk over it, or they lay on it. I mean, all the cartoons with the fakir cartoons. They're the.
Yeah,
did
no.
you guys do that? Laying?
No.
You just
All
pierce right through.
all different manner of mind over matter.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Body stuff.
Exactly.
I like the beginning of the show was about placebo.
Yeah.
And
You're right.
now we're talking about how you can use your mind to do incredible feats.
Yeah. you're right.
Speaking of feet, you walked on fire?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
tell
walked
us
on hot coals, huh?
I walked on hot coals when I was younger. My baby mama was so interested in it after we did it that she went to get trained to facilitate groups to show other people how to do it. But her dad was a firefighter, so like it made total sense. Oh yeah, the rebel child, like
walking on hot
Dad
coals.
told me this is impossible, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So there is.
So you need to go from hotter to hot to hot to hot, and then you have like the big layer.
No, you
ice
Placebo effect.
You burn a huge fire, and eventually the fire burns down into coals, and then you rake them out, and you walk across them.
And then in the ice
Mind
bath,
over matter.
Mind over matter.
Whoa.
Like placebo effect,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it is.
You don't like if you're doing it right, and you don't get burned. Yes, you are risking. You are risking.
But you
being
just have
burned.
to go fast.
Right.
All right. We have a few minutes left.
Faster the better.
We have a few minutes left to talk with Ozy here, and I want to ask you one other thing. You have been made a better man. You went through an ordeal when you were younger. Tell us a little bit about that and how what came out of that, if you wish.
No problem. I don't talk about it much anymore because if you tell someone right away that you used to be a huge drug addict, that colors their perception of you.
Sure.
Right. So I usually just keep it to myself now, but part of
Now it's on the radio. Oh,
yeah,
well.
not whatever. Tell my story.
But you
I ran into Jacques last week, and it was so fortuitous that I am like, and then he asked me if I'd be on this show, and I'm like, just don't hold back. Just go for it, man.
Right on.
Whatever.
You
So
are the
tell us,
guy
yeah.
that, you got the monkey off your back. You successfully did what so many people fail to do.
And are trying it.
and ultimately
But you have to never give up. Like literally. If if it's your fourth time to rehab, if it's your fifth time to rehab, you just got to keep doing it.
So is that
At some point it will click, and you will get better. But you just have to never ever give up.
How old are you now?
I just turned 42 in September.
Cool.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, was it the rehab that the repetition of going to the rehab, or was there anything else?
Learning.
All the things. I mean, I went to rehab a couple times. I got in the Northwest. If you get any drug or alcohol related charges, you get court ordered to go to 12-step meetings.
Yeah.
Whatever. So
Good old AA.
The 12-step meetings have shown to be the best way, really, in any 12-step.
It's free.
Shown. Yeah.
I'm not promoting this thing. That AA is not about promotion, but it's not the only way for something to work for people. But they have plenty of good stuff to say.
Great people.
Yeah.
I mean, full of recitated souls that have got a hold of their addiction and have turned their lives completely around. And for everybody that's saved through AA, there are 10,000 that don't, that just slowly burn out.
Yeah, and we all have this story, We all have a family member or a friend that didn't make it or is still running around out there. So it's a story that we all have in our life, and we got to talk about it,
Right on. Wow. Where do you see yourself in 2 years, Ozy?
Oh man, I hope I'm in Thailand for
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been there before?
In the winter. No, I haven't I haven't been. I hope that my current job is I hope I prove myself well enough that I can leave for a month in January.
Yeah.
You're chefing and
still have a job when I come home.
You're chefing and bartending where? 101 here in Brookings?
Yeah, the world headquarters 101 bar.
Right.
I cook on the weekends, and then Monday night is my night to bartend.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
And we have upgraded the bar significantly.
I've heard.
If you haven't seen it, come check it out.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah.
And again, this area is rich in restaurants, and our whole region is. So good for you. Really interesting talking to you, man. I mean, I knew there was something more substantive than our just small talk that we were dealing with last week. But man, thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you for
talking
coming
with us.
in.
Oh, thank you so much
And
for
hanging
having
out
me.
with
It was so crazy meeting up with you, and now I'm on your show.
Right on. There it is.
I had taken a week off of drinking, and then
You saw me.
I stopped the day before I broke my fast, and then I stopped at All Star, and I
didn't see you there.
I saw you.
Quiet, don't tell her.
Me.
Oh, no, it's
Anyway.
okay. And we met at All Star, and I invited you down.
Jacques is a drunk. I don't know if everyone knows that.
All right. Well, time flies when we're having fun. Thanks again, Ozy.
You're welcome.
It's already that mid-break time here on the Doc and Jacques live radio show, proudly broadcasting from the KCIW 100.7 FM studios in lovely coastal Brookings, Oregon. A list of major sponsors for this community radio station are the Advanced Airlines, flying in and out of nearby Crescent City to Oakland and L.A., guess what, 7 days a week. Michelle Bupert, hey, Michelle, and our own vibrant local Curry County Chamber of Commerce. Nick and Lisa Rail, how are you all doing? And the PPA, or the Partnership for the Performing Arts. The medical team at Chetco Medical and Aesthetics in Harbor, where Dr. GiGi is as an active physician. And lastly, my dear co-host, the one I was just referring to, Dr. GiGi Reed, and yours truly, Jacques Kepner, on behalf of KCIW. Thanks to all of you. All right, as promised, the second guest on today's Doc and Jacques radio variety show is a man who has many years selling cell phones and cellular service to all of us who live here along the coast. I wanted to talk with this guy for a long, long time about how he feels about the avalanche of change that has happened in the past 15 years, primarily revolving around cell phones. Think about this, folks. People carry around their cellular gods in their pockets 24/7. Most of us are guilty of endless scrolling as if we are reading incantations from a holy text that we hold in our glowing hands. Think about it. We're all praying and looking down into our palms. What have we become? And just how powerful is this almighty, all-wise God that has brought nearly, 8 billion followers to their knees? And don't forget, we are tithing, meaning how much money we're spending on these? Trillions of dollars annually to this pocket God. I hate to tell you, but Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, and so many other world religions combined are delegated to the shadows and the periphery around this one massive, colossal, glowing God. Are these connected to the cloud tiny temples, making us smarter? Are we becoming illuminated, or are we being dumbed down? Are they enabling us to do bigger and better things? Or are we captives to a cult-like religion where everyone is pretty much on the same page of compliance and we blindly accept the terms and conditions that this God demands from us, don't we? We don't even read that small print. We just accept, yeah. Helping us to better understand this amazing force in today's world is our friend and guest, Aaron Wickham. Aaron, it is a pleasure to welcome you on today's Doc and Jacques radio variety show.
Welcome, Aaron.
Right. Pleasure to be here, Jacques.
Right.
What an introduction, and how flattering.
Thank you. And you've helped me. You've really helped me.
I try.
You've steered me in the right way multiple times, and we've known each other for a couple of years now. So, GiGi, lead off some questions to our guest, Aaron.
Basic questions once again. Where are you from, Aaron?
I was born in Louisiana, but I would say that I'm from Oregon.
Where are you born in Louisiana? I lived there for 7 years.
I was born in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Oh, get excited. Here she goes.
Lake Charles.
She loves that flat land
Lake
down
Charles.
Had to move when my family did. I was an infant, so.
You didn't have a choice. Otherwise, you would still be there.
Correct. Well,
no, I think you moved to a better place.
Yeah.
And where was that place you moved to?
We moved to Grants Pass, and I lived there for a good 7 years, and then I lived in Seattle, actually. So.
Oh, wow.
You moved around.
When did you come here then?
I came here about 4 years ago, Mike.
Yeah, we all came just during COVID, right?
Oh.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
No, what is your title and position?
So I'm the store manager of Cricket Wireless. I run the cell phone store and basically the man between the people and the corporate.
Right. So, there you go. And Cricket is right here. I mean, it's at Harbor, right? And
it's just on the highway. Right. Highway 101.
By McKay's and Dollar General.
Right there in the shopping center.
Dollar General. No, not Dollar General.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, yeah. Which is now going to become $12 Tree.
Yeah, $12.
Used to be the 99-cent store. I don't know what happened to that.
So you've helped countless people get their cellular, as you just recently helped me, get my
Cellular gone?
before my trip. Yeah, before my trip, a couple of days before my trip, my phone was stolen, and I ran into Aaron and said, "Dude, you got to help me. I need help. I'm going to be on the road. I can't be without GPS. I can't be without Siri. For goodness sakes, God crazy." How many? Do you have any idea how many? Are there really about 8 billion smartphones in use around the world?
I would say so, yeah. Yep.
Wow. And what is that? It says there are upwards of 11 billion. Is it IoT connections or LOT? Or do you know what that is? Have any idea?
I'm not familiar with the acronym, but when you think about the connections, there's mobile connections, and then there's still the landlines around. So it's not all just mobile connections.
I would say the vast majority is, that's right, a lot of older folks.
So the landlines you have to keep, and they can't be just for the SOS, right? For the police call or so, I think.
Well, any cell phone, cellular device will make an emergency call with or without service. You can call 911. You can call any emergency service.
And, yeah.
I think it's occasionally I'll look down at Siri and I'll go, what's it saying? I'm calling 911 because you've done something.
You had an old bad phone. You pumped it all the time.
Yeah. Well,
Get more steps.
supposedly 95% of all these smartphones are have access to the internet, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what country has the most?
Well, here's the thing is even if you don't have service, everywhere you go these days has Wi-Fi.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And then you have the power of human history knowledge in your hand. You just have to look up the right question. So
my son has a Huawei or something. Do you know the Huawei phones from China?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have phone capability unless he has Wi-Fi, and then it's a real phone, he's had it for, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a
10
computer
years.
guy that doesn't have access to the yeah.
Well, Wi-Fi is global. So, whereas we have, AT&T, Cricket, Verizon, they have different services elsewhere, which could even be the same services, just different names.
Right.
Could be the same company. You never even know.
So is that really said? Verizon has the green area in the States, and T-Mobile has the pink area. Do they overlap? Don't they go to the same?
Well, it's a competitive market, so you're going to want. Let's say you're Verizon and I'm Cricket. I'm going to want coverage where you are because I want customers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you go to the same thingy that gives us the? I still don't understand. It's with satellites or something.
Well, what you do is you partner with companies so that the towers put off the mobile signal. So
I see.
You want to partner with as many people as you can while also retaining your own service.
Right.
Yeah.
So that I can get customers. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's the towers, but the towers get their signal from the.
Oh yeah.
I just
satellites.
returned from my 8-state cross-country tour, and like places like southern Wyoming and our northern Utah into Nebraska, the barren parts of Nebraska, I had perfect cellular service this time, like never before.
I'm so glad to hear that, Jacques.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That is so good to hear.
I never had a glitch. I was able to hear the show, streaming it, and I was in the middle between Laramie and Cheyenne, Wyoming, and there's nothing.
Yeah, I have found that my service, the one I work for specifically, Cricket, has really good service.
Right on.
Just does.
Well, it's so flat there, right? That's part of the story.
Guess what, though?
I've never been.
Southern Wyoming, you do go over the Continental Divide. So even though it is kind of rolling hills, you're at 7,000 feet high. It's pretty amazing. And I had perfect reception this time. Well, China has the most smartphone users in the world, since they're the most people.
Oh, but Germany has the most
about
usage per capita.
Germans have more usage.
Because if you think about it, there's 80 million people, but it's in a space that is only Utah and half Nevada, so it's a small space. So you don't have to cover.
It's more condensed.
Yeah, it's more condensed, and so you don't have to cover all these square acreage that you have to cover here.
India,
for the same amount.
India has it's the size of 2 Alaskas put together, but they have 1.5 billion people. United States, we have 350 million on a good stretch. They have 1.5 billion on a place twice the size of Alaska. They're heavy users of this too. Nearly all college students own smartphones. Is it Android is the leading mobile operating system worldwide, but the iPhone...
The iPhone is the number one sold phone
these
days. Oh, yeah. I think in 2025, as of right now, the iPhone 16 is the number one sold cell phone.
Yeah, I just got a 16, and
there you go.
Oh, she is not that happy.
Well, I can't get into my
email.
email.
Go through Cricket, you see.
I can't get into anything right now because even though it's the same phone number, same everything, I can't.
It's all up in this. Now we have Apples.
Yeah, with
I know
iPads.
that you're an Android user. Why?
I know a lot about, how technology works. And when I go home and I have my technology at home, I want it all to work together. And I don't have a lot of Apple products at my house. Yeah. So Android is friendly with other products.
Like Microsoft.
Exactly. Yeah. You go home, like I want to cast, a lot of the times I'll cast my phone to my TV to watch certain things.
Right.
And you can't do that with your iPhone because you have to have an Apple TV to do that. So the connection capabilities are much higher on Samsung Galaxy operating system, Right. It just connects easier.
You need like a dongle or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you think that people have become smarter now with iPhones, or do the iPhones?
I think there's a small percentage of people that have gotten smarter. I think there's a much larger percent that has gotten lazier.
Lazier, or
if you have got the power of human knowledge at your fingertips,
right?
I could tell you how high a tree frog jumps. I don't know right now, but in 10 seconds I could. And that has translated to, it depends on what you're doing with your life and how you think. So it will make you smarter, but it can also make you a lot lazier. So, and in my experience, people seem to get lazier.
Lazier because they're just looking information in. They don't want to actually find out how high a tree frog can jump. I mean, if you have the questions, you have the knowledge right there.
Yeah, but then let's say I hand you an encyclopedia, right? Mm-hmm. That's a useful tool, only if you know how to read.
Right.
So if you don't know what you're looking for and there's knowledge all over the place and constant advertising, it's a not useful tool for someone that doesn't think like that.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And you don't have to go out of your way at all.
Exactly.
You used to have to go to the library.
Yeah, you'd go to the library.
Look something up.
You would need an encyclopedia.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a different thing.
My father had to make installment plans on the
Yeah,
Britannica salesman. He came through every 5 years and sold us another set. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I think about, going to medical school, I had to learn all that. I had to know all that. And now everybody looks up stuff on Google or Dr. Google or so, which is
great. I like perplexity myself.
I do like for people to looking it up. And so I'm thinking, why do I have...
It's all about how you approach it, honestly.
Yeah, my
because,
goodness.
like I said, if it's not a useful tool, you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so this phone is not just a phone. It's a computer. It's a communication device. It's a camera. It has so many different features, and it's smaller than our hand. It fits in the palm of our hand.
Yeah, and if you want to think about it, I use mine for work. I use it to watch TV. I use it to track sports. I use my phone for everything. And I'm sure you're the same. Like, we're here at the radio station now. You got it. I mean, the
people are streaming this show.
It's just so convenient that they've given these devices to us that it's just, the convenience factor is just way too high.
Wow.
Are people happier about that? Does that make them socially more connective or less connective? Because, you have 5,000 friends, but really how many people do you know by face?
Yeah, and how many times you go to the coffee shop and everyone's on their phone drinking.
Right.
So it's like, is it really socializing or is it more of something to do?
Well, see, that's the question. I mean, the younger generation who does that a lot, they feel maybe it's kind of stupid to go to people's houses, invade their privacy and have a cake and coffee or whatever we do in Germany. So I think it's a shift in the whole sentiment, syntax, and how we live.
Yeah, the dynamic has completely changed.
Are we losing our social connectivity when we're in personal exchange? Do people look you in the eyes anymore? Do they defer back? I noticed 5 years ago, we would have never sat around a dining table, ever. You and I, or anybody else, we wouldn't have sat around with our phones. But guess what? We just had guests in the house. And at one point, all four of us were on our phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you realize you start to, even after the show, you'll look around and be like, man, it's just a bit much, right? Seems like a bit much.
Go to the airports today, folks, and everybody is engrossed in there. Everybody's head is down.
I work for the company. I try to help people when I can with connectivity issues. Like your issue, you just said you got a new phone and none of your stuff's on it. I just try to be as helpful as I can to people. But if we talk about the nitty gritty, like that's just what I see.
Right. Yeah. Well, we are talking about the nitty gritty because we had a whole show about the pocket god, right? How we are getting all our information and then somebody else a person tells you, well, maybe that's not my experience, and then the interwebs tell me so. So it over trumps just about everything that that we discussed before. We discussed stuff before, and now we get the facts. If they're AI facts or real facts or our age facts, we don't know. We just
so you use an
internet.
Android yourself, right? But Apple. You fixed my Apple enough times when I brought it in. Said, no, I can't do this.
Right.
Is it because why do presidents and popes and important people always use Apples? Is it because they're more encrypted and safe?
I'll tell it like I tell every other customer that asks me. I 100% think that it's the brand name. It's the brand name. Just like let's say I'm wearing a Gap T-shirt and you have a Louis Vuitton shirt on. The Louis Vuitton costs more. The brand name's much more respected, but there's nothing wrong with my Gap shirt. They do the same thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I work with every single kind of phone. They all do the same thing.
I thought they were more hack safe.
I mean, I would say their operating system is definitely more secure just because they take their pride in that. And their camera quality is probably a little better, but realistically, none of us are photographers and the government isn't really after all of us.
Right.
Or they are, but it's like, if you want to hack my phone, what are you going to see? I work at the cell phone store. Like, there's just, and that ties back again to why I like Samsung and Android, because the connectivity is easier with multiple devices. That also means there's multiple avenues to get in. So I would say Apple's more secure if you're worried about that.
There's 8 billion people on Earth approximately, and there's 12 million connected devices.
Billion?
Billion, yeah. So who's tracking all that? Is there anybody really tracking that? We don't know. Maybe military. Maybe they're checking it out. I mean, we could go down many, many avenues about this. Do you see this as becoming this cell phone? Is it here to stay forever and ever? Is it becoming like a religion of sorts?
Well, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but it's when you think about your daily practice, like when I wake up in the morning, I roll over and I check my phone. I look for my sports stats.
I do, yeah.
I check the weather. You look for the things that you're interested in. And so, I mean, I wouldn't say religion per se, but religion like tendencies, for sure.
Now, how do you, and just personally, how do you see the AI influence coming into the phone?
Oh, good question, Doc. Yeah.
Thank
you. I don't know. It's a tough subject because like I said, there's a lot of useful tools when it comes to the cell phone. Mm-hmm. But then like there's also people that, I'm not a paranoid person, but sometimes you're doing stuff and it's like, oh, this doesn't look right, and I'll get paranoid. But with the AI, it's just how far are we going to go into technology before it starts taking over other things that we do personally? You know what I mean?
We'll probably find out when it's too late because then we're going, whoops.
Of course. Yeah, I don't think it's going away.
It's driving us. Yeah. It's getting us. What about this tracking? I mean, we have to sign off. At least on my Apple, it always is saying, do you agree to be tracked with our ads? And I always check, no, I don't want that. But it's telling us we're tracking you, and is that a bad or good thing?
You look something up, and then 2 minutes later, you get the same or similar ad.
So people are telling me, I was just thinking about dog food the other day, and suddenly on my Timu was selling me dog food.
Yeah, it'll personalize it for you.
Right?
We live in the world of advertisements, though. So
okay. Does Cricket sell any of those kind of like, hey, what is it, Siri, or the boxes that speak to you? Alexa, hey Alexa.
We do not sell the Alexa. That's it's more even if you buy an Alexa, let's say you get it from Fred Meyer or something, you still have to run it through Amazon. So it's an Amazon product.
And you're an Amazon queen, right?
I am. Well,
she likes Amazon.
Yeah,
I think Alexa's like $5 a month to get her to.
I don't want Alexa. You already called Siri all the time. He says, hey, Gigi, what time is it? And before I can breathe in, hey, Siri, what time is it?
I mean,
it's the convenience factor. The convenience factor is too high.
My iPad just came up 4:49, but she didn't speak to me. I just had her. I forgot to silence my iPad. Wow, if I think of that. Where do you see yourself in a couple of years, man? Are you content here in this area? How long you lived in actual Brookings?
I've lived in Brookings for 3 years. Yeah, 3 or 4.
What do you like best about it?
Definitely just waking up the sunsets, I'd say.
Right.
The sunsets and the sunrises.
What's lacking, if anything?
There's just
Nothing,
not.
right?
Well, I wish there were more public events like what he was speaking about earlier.
Ozy?
What Ozy was saying about, the stuff that he's been engaged with in the community and stuff. I just wish there was more events and more people interested in getting out there. Like when I met you, it was at the concerts in the park.
Right.
We were out there shucking and jiving, dancing, pantomiming.
There we go.
And that is really cool. The dancing, so Brookings Harbor, they have a lot
We do.
for the size.
Quite a bit, yeah.
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 It also
and-
rolls up at 9 o'clock at night,
yeah.
pretty much.
That's true.
Yeah.
Crescent City's a little bit different. You can stay down there later, bands stay later, but then you got to drive the corridor. Got to drive down the strip of 101.
The music in the park is such a cool thing that this community brings out.
I
When I
agree.
moved here,
It's
it's surprisingly very good.
It is very
Yeah.
good, right? We
Yes.
have the best. For all you people down in Eureka and Crescent City, we're talking slang on Brookings because they have that
Azalea Festival?
America Music Festival
Yeah, Americana
every
in the
summer.
park.
And
yeah.
it's a great place. Thousands of people come together each week for free concerts.
Free concerts to
And
like
it is-
Sundays from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4.
So much fun. Are we headed to some spot that maybe we can't return from? I'm not trying to get too deep and philosophical, but in a way I am. Look what's happened in 5 years in our cell phone usage. It just keeps absorbing more. We're more and more absorbed into it. And I don't see, it's kind of relentless. I see ourselves, every kid today, every kid I know has a cell phone.
Well, you think about smartphones, and now there's the recording glasses and
Oh,
headphones that
yes.
translate, and it just keeps going. So no, I don't think it's going away. I think they will just keep coming out with what's next and what's new. And the trick that has gotten everybody is the convenience factor. And it's like, if you want your life to go smooth and easy, you should get this product. And guess what? Everybody you know has one too.
Right.
So why don't you have it?
Well, some parents also actually track their children with that. They,
And yeah, exactly. There's a lot of really good merits that go with that. And you can set the phone to where it only calls, the parents and emergency services, and you can know where they are, and there are a lot of bonuses that go with it.
It is a
The real concerning thing is who's controlling the information stream, because it's by far the best mind control device ever invented.
It has.
If you're into that sort of thing,
well, that's the pocket god that we're talking about, right? That we're very.
Okay, what about the anxiety that goes with this? When you
have anxiety
five
with
years
phone?
ago,
It's
5
been
years
45
ago,
whole minutes since
Okay,
you got
10
to use this phone.
10 years ago, if I drove off without my phone, I would have just said, "Oh, I'll be back this afternoon or this evening. I don't care." Today, I'll turn around if I'm 25 miles away to go meet my cell phone. It's like, are you kidding me? Is this real? Am I really I'm enslaved to it in a way because it offers us so much.
Step counting.
The step counting, that's right. The health aspect.
Yeah, there's a lot of positives. I mean, you can count your steps, monitors your blood pressure if you have a watch and stuff. But like, a lot of it is, I mean, people want to stay connected. Like, there's people that that don't live here, right? And heaven forbid you just don't hear from them anymore, So being connected is a really good thing. I like being connected. But there are a lot of convenience factors that I think make people lazy.
Yeah, you've referred to this, and I think he has a good point.
Hey, this might sound sacrilegious,
All right, let us hear it.
But you just got to turn it off for an hour.
Yeah.
Even 1 hour, even 1 hour a week.
1 hour.
Turn it off. Walk around in the woods.
around.
Or
It
on,
has
or on
8
the,
hours
or on
every
the
night.
beach or whatever.
So my mom, when I grew up, we still wrote letters, right? Letters to the grandparents or
What's that?
right? And so because you can just call.
Yeah.
So even texting on the
Oh yeah, who sends letters anymore?
right, nobody
Okay.
does because it takes 3 days to a week before you.
The snail mail.
Yeah.
I want to
Check your email.
I want to ask Aaron about the demographics. Are there just as many younger people coming into cricket and talking with you? Are you dealing with the same amount of older people? I mean, it seems like everybody's bought into the scene. System.
Yeah.
I'd say the demographic remains pretty even across the board. Because,
with all age.
Yeah, all ages come in. And I try to be as helpful as, let's say Sharon doesn't know how to check her email. That's fine. I'll help anybody who needs help. But yeah, the demographic, I'd say, it's even.
How about older people? How old is old? I mean, do you see people after 80 don't come in anymore, or really any age?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I guess
I had a
so.
woman the other day tell me she was 98 years old.
Oh my gosh, very cool.
Yeah, and she just wanted a phone to call her grandson. And I was like, I'll help you. I'll put the number in the phone. I'll help any way I can.
Right. Cool. By the way, I tried to open up my Cricket account the other day, and it said password. I forgot. You wrote down my password for me.
I always write it down. I hand it to people.
Did. And I stuck it on the box, and I threw the box away. Oh, man.
Well, if you need help, if you're listening, come to Cricket.
Yeah, okay. He's there. What days do you work there?
I work every day except for Sunday. Well,
Which we found out they're not open on Sunday,
Yeah,
right? We went up there Sunday.
Just my store is not open because I'm having a scheduling issue.
Is there another store in Brookings, or there's just one here?
Just got the one.
Is there one in Crescent City? I don't know.
We did have one in Crescent City about 2 years ago, but they have been closed.
And then you have one in Eureka. There's a Cricket in Eureka. I know I've seen it.
Yeah, there is.
I've passed by the thing. All right, well, folks, you have heard from the horse's mouth, literally, about some of these fascinating aspects of what we all carry in our pockets. These cell phones, which are right here on our desk. We all got one with them.
I have two.
We're not. You had two, right?
'Cause my
I'm
new one
jealous. I
doesn't
want
do all
three
this
now.
stuff.
Right. Wow, fascinating topics. We'd love to have you come back on and talk about this on a regular basis because I just find it
very cool.
I find it just fascinating, and of course, we always want to find out what Ozy's up to. Ozy, I got to say, man, you're one of the most friendly guys around. Everybody, when you see Ozy, everybody smiles because you got a great smile, man. You're a good guy.
Yeah, Ozy's cool. I made it sound like Cirque du Soleil when you were talking about the piercing.
There we go. Cool. He's hanging from cords.
The only real reason I haven't tried to do it around here is I never thought I'd live here longer than a year or two. Wow. So I never,
Right on. Okay, is it Fun Time Corner?
To be continued.
Yeah. Is it Fun Time Corner, my dear?
Fun Time Corner.
Okay, I only have a few things here. GiGi and I got married under a cell phone tower. The ceremony wasn't great, but the reception was perfect. Hey, Apple is announcing a new cell phone for children. I kid you not. I kid. I thought, okay. Dr. GiGi just told me that I remind her of her cell phone, and I asked her why. She said, because you're about to die.
I'm pretty bad looking here.
I like this. Listen, this is a great one. Today, while driving to the studio, I saw this idiot driving while talking on a cell phone. I got so mad at him, I threw my beer at him. Hey, what group of people always have the highest cell phone bills, Doctor?
What? Who?
The Romans. The Romans.
Oh, the Romans.
They're roaming.
I had to think twice last time. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
I got a new cell phone for Dr. GiGi. That's a darn good trade, if you ask me.
Very good. What group of... Oh, wait. You deleted all my German friends?
Oh, why?
You deleted all my German friends from my cell phone contact list. Why? Because you wanted to be Hans-free?
Because I'm Hans-free. Oh, man, that is... So, you don't have any... We both accidentally deleted your quotes today.
Yes, we did. So we're going... We're done. All right, thanks, everybody. You have been listening to the Doc and Jacques Variety Show on KCIW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. We hope you have enjoyed our show as much as we have learning about Ozy and Aaron.
Yeah, indeed. Peace and prosperity to both of you gentlemen. Thank you for coming in. Thank you again, Tom Bozak, Linda Bozak, and all the folks that make this syndicated show possible to be aired up and down our beautiful coast. Mail us if you know of anybody talented, interesting. Well, we want to talk to them. You can email me at docandjacques@gmail.com. Stay tuned for who?
Tony Durso.
Tony Durso's up next, folks. Peace and love to everybody. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
All right. What fun.
Thank you.